well, I'm glad I touched up on the topic of teen pregnancy, even though we lost our guest towards the end here, but it was a pleasure having her on, though. But changing gears a bit, there has been a quarantine dating app I heard, Match.
No, no, it's not a dating app.
Huh.
It was, although no, it's not a
It
quarantine
is. I
dating
need
app.
to
It
know
was
what's
just
going on here. While we're
okay.
all in quarantine, and we
Well, then
all
let me
during quarantine.
well then let me explain to you what is
Go
going on.
for it.
So,
Ah!
so I was saying earlier, and don't listen to Mr. Poor Connection over here. It's not a dat app.
Connection.
I was mentioning how it's interesting how quarantine dating is occurring because now some couples could stay together, some cannot. And how do you get a date when you're kind of stuck at home? Obviously, that goes gearing towards online dating or what this other guy had. There was a story that was going around. Now, obviously, you had to have the right situation for this, but it was just so funny, and I loved it. There's a guy who lives in Brooklyn, and he's high. He lives in a high apartment, so down below, he was able to see this girl dancing on her roof. And he thought she was cute and all that, and somehow he managed to get her attention. They waved at each other, and he sent his drone with his number on it and flew it over to her.
Oh.
And she actually picked up the drone, and the message said "text me" with a question mark and with the number. An hour later, she hits him up, and he's like, "Hey, I want to go on a date with you." She's like, "How? We're in quarantine." So I don't know how he did this, but he got into cahoots with her roommate, and they set up the idea of setting a dinner table on the roof for each of them, where they would just FaceTime each other from each other's balcony or roof or whatever, and it would look like they're on each other's side of the table. So the roommate set up a table on the roof, he set up his table on his balcony, and they had that date. And that was a clever first date, and I thought that is worth sharing due to the creativity that came out of this, because it shows that, like, you know what, let your ideas kind of run and
Mm-hmm.
see what happens. Obviously, don't do anything stupid or dangerous in the sense that you'll need to go to the hospital when you can't go now. But let your ideas go, and you just might hit a wall. Something will stick to the wall. You know what I mean? So with dating, think of clever ways, or just try to enjoy each other's company, however that may be, if it's FaceTiming or something else. I thought it was worth doing. Now, obviously, online dating might be your only option, but maybe it might be good in the sense of
Protecting yourself.
you guys will have more reasons to know each other without having to physically see each other in
Mm-hmm.
person.
It's true.
Obviously that may hit or miss, because some people, when they see you in person, they're like, oh, okay. But when you get to know each other, that might go away. Like, there's a show on Netflix, Love Is Blind. It was very good. It was very clever. Basically, the idea is that they go on dates without seeing each other, but they can hear each other through the walls, and they're inside these nice little rooms that are well decorated, and they get to know each other. They fall in love with each other by talking, just through strict conversation and learning about each other without finding out what they physically look like. You have to fall in love with them with just how they sound, what they're telling you, what their personality is. And then you don't meet each other until you guys decide to get engaged. Um, Obviously, it seems a little speedy because of the fact that it's a TV show. So if you
Right.
fall in love with a person in a few days, that may be a hit or miss, but it's fine. It's like speed dating, but with a lot more twists to it. And it's very interesting.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
try to, if you're having a trouble with the dating life, try online dating if you never explored it. Do steer clear of Timber, or what is the one that's a little
Tinder.
more Tinder? Yeah, I would say maybe steer away from that unless you get better luck with it. I know someone who met a decent girl on it, so you just might be lucky.
Any other
Um,
dating app sites you should stay away from? Because I want to know.
I think Tinder would be it. I don't use many, unfortunately. I tried Facebook dating, but I think I'm a little too behind because nothing's happening there.
Oh
But
boy.
Hey, don't judge me. I'm only human.
Gabriel, do you want to dismantle this here or something? Because I got nothing.
I think that was a great story.
Yeah, I thought it was worth sharing. Something different.
Great
for that.
story. What else could there be to add to this? I don't get it.
Well, how about this? How about we switch gears then? Let's be a little random. Angelica wanted to talk about the future a little bit. Like, what do you guys feel will come out of this then? Let's end on that note. What do you think is going to happen after this? Do you see good things happening? Do you see bad things happening?
I think like anything, it's going to be a mixed bag. It's going to be encouraging. Everyone's going to want to come out and get the best of life. And on the other hand, I'm afraid a lot of smaller businesses might not survive it. You know, I'm very curious and hopeful to see as many as possible, but you really never know.
Yeah.
I feel like though, with the power of social media, I see a lot of small businesses actually make masks for people in hospitals. So it's like at the same time, I feel like due to celebrities' power, they do have the more time now to help these small businesses grow by promoting them, you know? So at the same time, I have hope that they'll still be up and running because of the power of social media. So
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I think I kind of agree with Gabe as well. I would like Angie for more Angelica for more celebrities to do that. I encourage more designers if they're not doing it, maybe just because we haven't heard about it. More designers create masks however you can, however you help. You know, my mom's making masks for a friend of hers who was working at a hospital. She thought, let me try this at least. You know, using skills that she learned from her mother, my grandmother, who is now with the Lord. She's trying to do that. I try to just share encouraging things for now until I can think of anything else. But for the future's sake, I do see I'd see a lot more love happening. I do see a little more paranoia because that's what happened after 9/11 as well. We were all freaked out. Everyone was scared to get on an airplane. We're going to be a little scared of maybe hugging. Some people are going to hug each other a little more. Some probably aren't. Some people don't like being touched anyway. So, but I do see a little more like savoring moments of everything for probably the longevity. You know, I do feel like the summer is gonna boom, and I might just bring everything more stable. But
we never know. Because here's the thing, the coronavirus could last a long time if people don't cooperate and listen, you know? So
either way, it'll slow down eventually.
It's gonna slow down, yeah.
I'm just saying that, like, I get it. Anything could happen, but I feel like the more I do feel like more my friends are right when they say what you speak is what happens. So if we can, I do feel that the summer it will boom a little more as far as stability, assuming everything ends by then, but I do feel like it will. Everything's looking a little better. Obviously things got to get bad before they end, but like everything else, even in the Spanish flu, when that happened in 1918, it came in separate waves. It was always in the spring or the winter. So we're hoping, I pray that there's no second wave in the fall. The summer is in as the end of it until they find something. You know, let's just hope that this is the only wave. Obviously, we can't control that, but we can control to a degree. But yeah, stay inside. I have friends who are getting this thing now, or family friends at least. So some of them are infected. One of them might have it, but he's doing fine so far. It's very hit or miss. So I do feel like the summer will be the savory moment if this ends. And I think by then we'll be fine. So I know David wants to end this, but
I know, right?
He's like, well, I gotta end this.
At the same time, I want to say July 4th better not be affected. And at the same time, I do want to end this because they want me to wrap this up. So they or whatever.
You want to end this. You want to end this.